Good day, grade 2 learners. Welcome to today's life skills lesson, where we are going to be learning about respect. My name is Lauren Knezevich Henwood, and this lesson is brought to you today by the Gauteng Department of Education in collaboration with Sci-Bono Discovery Centre and broadcast by Pakama Research and Development. Let's begin. Our lesson objectives for today. By the end of our lesson, you will be able to do the following things. Number 1, you will be able to define respect. So what respect is, and how to show it, and how to act respectfully. You are also going to be able to identify ways of how other people are feeling by looking at them and paying attention to their body language, their words, their faces, and what's going on with their eyes and their mouth. Right, you are also going to be able to explain the different ways that you can show love, kindness, and respect to others. This reference for today's lesson is CAPS page 42. The first thing we're going to cover is our pre-knowledge for today's lesson. So in grade 1s and grade Rs, you would have developed your perceptual skills. And I know you've worked very hard on developing these. Your perceptual skills have to do with your 5 senses. So that's your eyesight, your hearing, your taste, and your touch and smell. You are also going to remember the everyday knowledge that you have learned throughout your life, from school and from your family. And they have taught you healthy ways to show love and kindness. Let's start off with respect. So what is respect? How do we explain it? Respect is treating somebody in a way that you would like to be treated. So treating somebody the way you would like other people to treat you. It also means caring about the feelings, ideas, and beliefs of another person. So an easy way to remember what respect is to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Not literally jumping into their shoes, but in your imagination, move yourself from where you are standing as you're speaking to them and see things from their perspective. So, who do we respect? I know you are all going to say teachers. Yes, it's very, very, very important to respect your teachers. But it's also important to respect other people too, like your mom, your dad, your brothers, and your sisters. It's also important to respect people who are older than you, irrespective of the color of their skin. And it's also important to respect our friends. And also, it's important to respect ourselves. Everybody deserves to be treated with love, kindness, and respect every day so that they can feel happy. When we demonstrate love, so you all know how to be loving and kind. When we demonstrate love, kindness, and I've explained to you what respect is now, when we put love, kindness, and respect together, we get a new word called empathy. So I'd like to show you a little picture of a boy here. Let's call him Tando. Now Tando's dog has run away from his house and he is so upset. If you look at the picture of Tando there, look at his eyes. You can see his eyes are sad. His mouth is in a upside down frown, which makes me realize he's very, very sad. Look at his body language, the way he's all hunched over and he's folding his arms, sitting all alone. It's very obvious to see that he is sad. So what could you do if you see somebody like Tando in the neighborhood or at school? If you see him, my suggestion to you would be go up to him and ask him what's wrong. That is the first thing. You can see something's wrong with Tando. So ask him what's wrong. When he tells you that his dog has run away, you can be understanding and kind and say to him, I understand how you must be feeling and how sad and worried you are. You could also offer him some help. Maybe you could say to him, let's make some posters and put them up around the neighborhood and at school, so if anyone sees your dog, they can call your mom or dad, and then you can have him back. So you see, empathy is not only how someone is feeling, but it's caring enough to do something about it. Like in this example with Tando, you were going to help him to make posters. So you're offering your assistance, your time, and you're going to support him. Okay, but empathy, it doesn't only work with sad feelings. Have a look at this little girl here. Let's call her Lizzie. Lizzie has just learned that she has been awarded the lead in the school concert, and she is so excited because it's something she's wanted to do forever and ever and ever. So if Lizzie is your friend or a girl in your class or a girl in your neighborhood, you could celebrate with her. Tell her how happy you are for her. Tell her you're going to come and watch the concert. All right, so you can see from those two examples that when you demonstrate empathy, you use love, kindness, and respect together. And you can be a hero to others. Right, I now have a classroom activity for us to do together, and you can practice at home afterwards once we've gone through it, on demonstrating empathy. So remember, empathy was when we put love, kindness, and respect together. So when we put those three things together, you are going to have superpowers. Okay, so that is how you are going to be a hero to those around you. And there's 4 simple things that you can do. 4, okay. The first one, like we saw with Tando and Lizzie, we can go back. You're going to pay attention to others. How are you going to pay attention to others? You are going to look at their body language. You are going to look at their faces. You are going to look what their eyes are telling you, their mouth. You're also going to listen to the way they are speaking, and also the tone of their voice and what they are saying. Okay, so you're going to pay attention first. Second thing is, you are going to think before you speak. Now, this is very important. We spoke earlier about putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So before you say something to a child on the playground, or your brother or sister, or your mom and dad, or an old person, or even a teacher, make sure you ask yourself these 2 things. Is it necessary? Which means, is it important for me to say this? Is it something that really has to come out my mouth? And number 2, is it kind? If it hasn't ticked either of those boxes, then it means you shouldn't say it. So it must be kind and it must be necessary. If it's not, rather don't say it. And you can see that because if you put yourself in someone else's shoes, you are not going to be like if you're on the receiving ends of unkind and unnecessary sentences and words. Right. So that's the second one. The third one is that realize we're all different. And we learned the last lesson how we like different things and we enjoy going to different places. We like wearing different clothes. And because we're all different, it's okay. And it makes the world a wonderful place. All right. So now we've got paying attention to others, thinking before we speak, realizing that everybody is different, and lastly, helping a friend in need. So when you see somebody who looks sad like Tando was, you are going to do the right thing. Show them kindness, show them respect, and show them empathy. And by doing that, you will be a good friend who can help a friend in need. Okay. So let's go over today's learnings. Always treat somebody the way that you would like to be treated. And how do you reference this? Remember, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. How would you like to be treated? The next one, always be loving, kind, and respectful to everyone in your life. Remember, love, if you're loving, you're kind, and you're respectful, it means you're showing empathy. So show empathy to everyone in your life, no matter how old or how young they are or who they are. And by doing that and living with empathy, it shows us all that you have a big heart. That's all we have time for today. Next week, boys and girls, we will be learning about demonstrating acceptance towards others. Thank you very much for joining me in today's lesson. I look forward to seeing you next week when we do this work. And just remember, stay safe, make sure you wear your masks, sanitize, and maintain social distancing. Until next time, bye-bye.